In this video tutorial, we take a look at how to use the blush button on the MUA retouch panel. The blush button, which comes with its own palette, will help enhance or adjust the color of the cheeks in your image. Run the blush script and then press on the brush tool icon next to the Foundation Stick Pro button. After which you can paint white on the blush group mask over the areas that you'd like to apply the effect to. I'm going to get quite a large brush and I'm going to make sure my brush is set to white. So once you've applied the effect on the cheeks, take a moment to adjust it and make it right for the image at hand. If you want to independently adjust the brightness, saturation, or actual shade of the blush, then you can work with the layers inside the group. The bottom layer, labeled Intensity, comes at a default opacity of 50%, and you can alter it by decreasing or increasing the opacity of the layer for more or less of the effect. And if you'd like the blush to be darker, press the layer visibility icon on the darken layer, and you can adjust the opacity of this layer as well to where you'd like it to be. Then to lower the saturation, press the layer visibility icon on the desaturate layer. This comes set to a default of 100% opacity, so you can lower the intensity of the effect by lowering the opacity of this layer. If you'd like to change the shade of the blush, press the blush palette icon next to the blush button, and a palette of blush color options will appear at the bottom left-hand corner of your image. You can then double-click on the Adjust Color layer and use the eyedropper tool to select the shade of blush that you would like to use from the palette. But before doing this, just make sure that your eyedropper sample size is set to either 3x3 or 5x5 average, and that you're sampling from all layers. So I'm just going to click on some of these different colors and take a look at what they look like. The color that I'm going to go for is going to be this one. So I'm going to press OK. You can then delete the blush color palette pop-up just by dragging it into the bin icon, or you can turn the layer visibility off in case you'd like to come back and adjust the color of the blush further later. Always remember that you can lower the opacity of the entire group of layers if you'd like to lessen this effect. And as you can see, that's really just enhanced the color of the cheeks.